Hello, periods 1, 2, and 3. If you were absent today, you missed an important day. We went over this entire study guide that you guys created, that you did yesterday during your virtual day. Okay, so this should already be completed. Do not watch this video until you've completed it on your own. Otherwise, just copying it isn't going to help you study for the test, okay? So you need to know if you know how to do these by yourself. Numbers 1 through 6. We're going to find the area, show all lines in box, and remember to label. Guys, when it says show all lines, that means that I need to see the formula. You're going to have to know tomorrow that that's a triangle. I will give you formulas, but you have to know the shape that you're plugging in. Base, 5. Height, 12. And if you reverse those, it's fine. 5 times 12 is 60. Half of 60 is 30 feet squared. Please remember your labels tomorrow. It's the amount of space inside, so it's 30 feet squared. Number 2, what is that shape? It's a parallelogram. So, parallelogram. Remember, opposite sides are parallel. Base times height. Base is 7, height is 20. Show all lines, which means formula. Substitute, solve. 140 square inches. Number 3, what is that shape? It is also a parallelogram. Those two sides are parallel. Those two sides are parallel. So I should see area equals base times height. Then I should see your substitution. Then I should see some work. 19 times 22. You should have got 418 when you solved this on your own yesterday, millimeters squared. Number 4, name that shape. These sides are not parallel, which means it's got one pair of parallel lines, which means it's a trapezoid. The height is 10. The bases are 5 and 7. Five plus 7 is 12. 10 times 12 is 120. Half of 120. 120 divided by 2 is 60 feet squared. Number 5, what's the shape? It's got one pair of parallel sides, so that's a trapezoid. Height is 8. Those bases are what's parallel from each other, 6 and 12, to make 18. If I do 18 times 8, I'm going to get 144. And half of 144 is 72 square inches. And finally, number 6, name that shape. We should know that's a triangle. 1/2 base times height. Base is 6, height is 5, base times height, 6 times 5 is 30, half of 30 is 15 square inches. Okay, so show all lines. Formula goes on the top line, then substitute, then start solving. Okay. Find the area of the figure, show all formulas and substitutions. Okay, starting with number 7. I'm going to cut this shape. This is a composite figure, so I see a rectangle here. I see a parallelogram up here. So I'm going to write rectangle plus parallelogram. Rectangle length times width, parallelogram base times height. Rectangle is a 15 by 6. Or 90 meters squared. The parallelogram is a 8 by 7. Or 56 meters squared. And then we'll add the two together to get the total area. 90 plus 56 to get 146 square meters. Okay. Number 8. You are going to find the area of the shaded region. So there's a small little rectangle inside that parallelogram that's not shaded. So we're going to have to take this small rectangle out. So if you remember back to the beginning of the chapter, I have a parallelogram, and I'm going to subtract out that small rectangle inside because it's not shaded. Okay, parallelogram is base times height, which is a 5 by 5. So that whole parallelogram, if the whole thing was shaded, it would be 25 square inches. It's not. There's a small little piece inside there that's not shaded. It's a rectangle and it's a 3 by 1. So 3 square inches is not shaded. So to find the total shaded area, you're going to do 25 minus the 3 to get 22 square inches. Okay. Alrighty. Number 9, same thing. There is a piece that's not shaded, and we're going to have to take it out. So we're going to have to subtract it out. Again, opposite sides are parallel, 2 pairs of parallel sides. So it's a parallelogram, and we're subtracting out a rectangle. Okay, parallelogram, base times height, it is a 4, straight up and down 2. So this parallelogram is 8 centimeters squared. And we're going to subtract out that rectangle. It is 2 by 0.5. So length times width, 2 times 0.5. Guys, 2 times 0.5. We know 5 times 2 is 10. Move the decimal once. It's just 1 centimeters squared is the area of that rectangle inside. So we just got to subtract it out. So total area is 8 centimeters minus the 1 centimeter that's not shaded is 7 square centimeters. Okay. Alrighty, number 10. What is the total area of the side of the house? Show all lines of your work. Okay. You're looking at the side of the house. If you're looking at the side of the house, you see a rectangle and you see a triangle. So we're going to find the area of the side of the house, the total area. So again, rectangle plus triangle. Rectangle, length times width. Triangle, 1/2 base times height. Rectangle, it is a 20 by 12. 12 times 2 is 24 out of 0, 240 feet squared for the rectangle. The triangle. Okay, from here to here is 20, it tells us that. And the height of this roof, the triangle, is 7, so 20 by 7. So base times height would give me 140, and half of 140, or 140 divided by 2, would be 70 feet squared. So the total area of the side of the house, 240 for the bottom, 70 for the top. So 240 plus 70, 310 square feet for this house, the side of the house. Okay, lots and lots of detailed work to show. Draw the polygon with the given vertices in the coordinate plane. Okay, when you do these tomorrow, you're going to label them A, B, C, and D. A is 0, 0, left 0, right 0. It's right there on the origin. B, 1, 5, which means to the right 1, up 5. C, 4, 0, to the right 4, 0, up and down. D is 5, 5, to the right 5, up 5. And it says draw the polygon. So you're going to connect those dots. So this is going to be a parallelogram. Okay. So label them tomorrow, A, B, C, D, and connect the dots. Number 12, 4, 1, to the right 4, up 1, label it with an A. 1, 3, to the right 1, up 3, label it B. 4, 5, to the right 4, up 5, label it C. So we have a triangle. Again, label it ABC and connect your dots tomorrow. 13 and 14, we're going to find the perimeter and the area of the polygon with the given vertices. You're going to plot and label R, S, T, and U. Let's do that first. R is 2, 2, which means to the right 2, up 2. 8, 2, to the right 2, up 2, that's an S. 2, 8, to the right 2, up 8, T. 8, 8, to the right 8, up 8, that's a U. Draw it, which means connect your dots. Okay. So I should see the letters on each coordinate, R, S, T, and U, area. Okay, there's not a whole lot of room here, but go ahead and show me length times width. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The area is 36. Doesn't have a label, so we're going to say units squared. Perimeter, length plus width plus width. It's a 6 by 6. So 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 would be 24 units. Perimeter is not squared. Okay. Let's do the same for 14. 0, 1. 0 to the left or right, go up 1. That's going to be an F. 6, 1, to the right 6, up 1, G. 0, 10, we're not moving to the left or right, up 10, that's an H. 6, 10, to the right 6, up 10, HI. Connect your dots tomorrow, label your dots tomorrow. Make sure it looks like something we know how to find the area and perimeter of, just a large rectangle. I'm going to go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when I do area, length times width, 9 times 6, 54 units squared. Perimeter, length plus width plus width. 9 plus 9 plus 6 plus 6. 18 and 12 is 30 units. Okay. Next page. Number 15. Here was the one I was talking about on our last day together, the one to pay attention to. You've got one on your study guide, you got one on your test. On a state map, the vertices of the boundary of a county are 10, 30, 65, 30, 65, 60, and 10, 60. Those are large numbers. You cannot go by ones anymore. Okay? So, obviously this is going to be a 0. You're counting by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. Same thing going up, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So you need to label them. Now we're going to plot them. A is at 1030, to the right 10, up 30, here's my A. B is 65, 30. 65 would be right smack dab between 60 and 70, up 30. C is at 65. Crap, 65, what did it say? 65, 60. Okay, again, right in between 60 and 70, and then up 60, so it's right on that one. And then D is at 10, 60. To the right 10, up 60, that one's D. So you need to label them A, B, C, D. And make your shape, connect your dots. What is the area of this county? Okay, guys, here's where it gets a little tricky. Length times width, we know that. Number 1, we're going by tens, right? We're no longer going by ones. So from here to here is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and it is not a full 10 more, right? So let's count it again. This is a full 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5. 55, going down 10, 20, 30. So length times width would be 55 times 30. So the area of this county is 1,650 miles squared. Pay close attention, maybe go back and review that one again. Okay, you've got one like that tomorrow. Okay, and fair game review, because you can't forget what happened before this chapter. Use the distributive property. Distribute means to hand out. 9 goes to 4.3x, 9 goes to 32. A number on the outside of a parentheses means multiplication. I should see 4.3 times 9. Move the decimal once. Is 38.7x. And then I should see 32 times 9. 288. You cannot simplify this They're not like terms, so it's done. 38.7x plus 288. The next one, combine like terms. You can combine like terms here. Here's 8x's plus 15 more x's. So 15 plus 8 that's 23 x's. And then I have 32 minus 11, which is 21. Okay. And then a division problem. 915 divided by 61. First number always goes on the inside. We're dividing by 61. 61 does not go into 9. It does go into 91 once. Bring down your next number. 61 times 5 is 305. So 15. Okay. Alrighty, periods 1, 2, and 3. I will see you tomorrow for the test. Review the study guide. Go to IXL for extra practice. Go into Canvas. Look at the videos from past lessons if you need them. Okay?